Some travelers are now looking to get reimbursed for travel disruptions from last month's CrowdStrike outage.
And Fox 5's Wendy Patrick joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so we've heard the stories. Now there are lawsuits, right? Because people are trying to get their money back. Who exactly are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking about the summer travelers that are now back to school. So moms and dads have finally gotten where they needed to be and returned home, but not without incident. This was an enormous disruption of proportions that we haven't seen in a very long time. And we're talking about all those Delta flights that were canceled. And you're looking at a lawsuit now against the software company CrowdStrike. So Delta is basically saying, look, we're out $500 million, and you've got these passengers that are now suing. There's class actions. And everybody's kind of looking around saying, was this not foreseeable? Remember what happened with Southwest that we covered last year? So there's a lot of angry passengers that even to date, they may be home and their kids may be heading back to school, but they have not yet been made whole with the out-of-pocket losses that they suffered.
I guess the question now many people are asking, who is at fault?
Well, isn't that always the question?
The CrowdStrike, yeah.
Isn't that always the question? You know, you look at a company like Delta Airlines, and you know they're being investigated as to why were you so slow to reroute all those passengers? Delta points the finger at CrowdStrike. Well, would a software update have been thought to have been this devastating in 2024? I mean, we software updates and we get them on our phone, our computers. We do it all the time. Why was this caliber of devastation something that we had to suffer through? Right. So you're really looking now at whether or not there are settlements that are going to be fashioned around this, because you can't put profits over people, and that's what's always alleged when you have something to this extent. So they're looking at compensatory damages. Let's pay the bills of everybody that had to get alternate lodging and alternate flights. Let's pay the bills of people that actually suffered medical problems from sleeping on the ground of airports. And then you look at the issue of punitive damage. Should they have known better, and should we now punish them for it above and beyond what's out-of-pocket compensation?
Gotcha.
Well, because we hear the stories of, I mean, there was one gentleman who lost $10,000. He had a cruise, scheduled, and so he's filed a lawsuit against Delta and many others, right? I mean, he's one of many. But what is the likely outcome? Does he get that $10,000 back?
Well, that's one of the reasons that a lot of these cases settle, is you do have passengers with a variety of different types of losses. That's just one example. There's lost profits, lost business, there's emotional loss, there's physical disability that may, people are not all equipped equally to be able to live in an airport terminal for days on end. That's one of the reasons we always try to make sure we travel with enough water and all our medication and chargers and cell phones. So there's all of these issues that they're going to have to deal with. And because all customers are different, it's one of the reasons big cases like this often do settle. But it's usually more than that, is they want to make sure it never happens again. Isn't that what all of us want? We all thought that about Southwest. How did that happen to begin with? And why now is a different airline being impacted? Not that it's always exactly the same, but there's also this issue of prevention going forward.
Lots to come regarding that. Let's talk about this, because another big right here, a big story. The Maui wildfires marking a year just last week. A new settlement was announced recently.
That's right. Another just coveted destination to get to. A settlement has been announced, and I have to tell you, it's a mixed blessing for a lot of the people that were impacted, because they want answers but need money. And what they're thinking about is, well, will a settlement during which liability is not admitted, will that then circumvent the ongoing investigation that's going to reveal the answers to make sure this never happens again? So this is a tricky one, and our hearts go back out. We can't ever let something like this fall off the radar, because we're still Maui strong. We still want to help everybody rebuild. But would the way to have done that be to bankrupt Hawaii Electric? So that was an issue here, is, do we want to settle for less than might be attainable in a trial in order to make sure that the victims get their money faster? That's the balance of equities. You're balancing grace and justice in a lot of these cases, where you want to maximize these homeowners and the small businesses getting back on their feet quicker, even if the amount of the loss is way more than the settlement. I mean, if the amount of the loss is $12 billion, is a $4 billion settlement adequate. So there's really no good answer here. It's just a matter of what can you give that will provide the maximum benefit to those people.
Some relief.
Some relief. That's a great way of putting it.
And sometimes, like what you just mentioned, like if you get the $4 billion instead of the $12 billion to settle just so they can get it quicker, it's almost like adding insult to injury too, because the amount of lost lives, livelihoods, family homes and tradition, we can't even grasp what was lost.
That's exactly it. So we think about that, and then we also think we want these investigations to continue so that something like this will never happen again. Questions like, why wasn't the power cut fast enough? Questions like, why was it unforeseeable? Many people say, of course it was. We have trade winds here. So there were a lot of issues that will no doubt continue to be investigated. So even though we want to facilitate rebuilding as quickly as possible, we also want to get the answers that these residences and builders deserve. So it's a little of everything here.
Gosh, and it's it's been a year, but I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
You bet we will. Thank
Wendy
you.
Patrick, always good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.